Hello, I'm Finn Burney.
And I'm Hanley Riggs.
And you're watching the Vision News Network.
Welcome to the midterm edition of VNN. This semester has been full of exciting new changes on Belmont's campus.
One of the most significant changes being the removal of the mandatory mask mandate, with the policy adjusting to an optional recommendation only, regardless of your vaccination status.
VNN's Camden Morris has the story for us now.
Welcome to Belmont University's newly mask-free campus. The university's COVID-19 task force moved the mask mandate indoors to a mask-optional policy, regardless of vaccination status, in an email sent to students on February 22nd. This decision was the result of continuous decrease in cases on campus and throughout Davidson County and Tennessee, according to the email. So, can you tell me your opinion on Belmont lifting the mask mandate?
I definitely think that it was not the right time for Belmont to lift the mask mandate, just because cases now are just as high as they were in August, and especially with Omicron being way more, I guess, spreadable.
It's kind of a loaded thing, you know. I think as a school that doesn't have a vaccine mandate, I'm a little bit iffy on that, but we do have a good vaccination, numbers. About 75%, I think, of students are vaccinated, about 84% of faculty. So given those numbers, I see why they felt comfortable to lift the mandate.
I feel like it might be a relief for some people, because some of us, it's, at least for me, it's kind of hard to breathe with it on. Or sometimes I'm in the gym a lot of the times, and I'm running, and then I start sweating, and then the mask it starts to become really uncomfortable, or playing basketball with it could be uncomfortable. But I think it's for some people, they might feel uncomfortable not wearing it too. I think it really just depends on our own situation. At least for me, I'm comfortable without wearing a mask, and I think it's better that way, at least for me.
So obviously eventually this would have to happen, so it's kind of understandable. I think really the whole thing with it is obviously be respectful about it, because there comes a time when we will be taking off the masks.
I am also pretty indifferent to the mandate. I think that as long as we are doing it out of our best interest, and as long as Belmont wants us safe and we follow all the rules that Belmont and the government and scientists say that we should, and I think it's up to you. If Belmont deems it safe, then at that point it's personal choice, as long as nobody's breaking the rules.
Stay tuned for more news on Belmont's mask mandate being lifted. And I'm Camden Morris from VNN.
Thanks, Camden. It's great to see the faces of our Bruins back on campus once again.
In late February, Belmont's basketball teams held their annual homecoming doubleheader, when the homecoming king and queen were chosen, and the senior athletes were recognized for all their hard work.
VNN's David Pang brings us an inside look of this exciting event.
I'm David Pang, here outside of the Curb Event Center, where the men's and women's basketball teams crushed their homecoming doubleheader against Tennessee State University. The women had already secured their Ohio Valley Conference regular season title prior to tip-off, but did not show any signs of slowing down, leading the game from start to finish. They eventually got to lift the trophy in front of the Bruin fans after an 82-44 win versus TSU. Fired up by the performance, the men's team pushed back and beyond after an early lead by the Tigers. But with dominating dunks, flying threes, and looming layups, the Bruins could not be stopped, and the game landed at 87-67 in favor of the home team. Throughout the evening, Belmont honored its senior and alumni players, along with the 2022 homecoming king and queen, Jalen Palmer and Trey Stone. Be sure to cheer on the women's basketball team at the NCAA Division I basketball tournament. For VNN, I'm David Pang.
Thanks, David. It looks like homecoming was a lot of fun, and congratulations to both the men's and women's sides for winning their games against Tennessee State University.
Now that our Bruins have returned to campus, Harrington Place Dining is now back in full effect.
And with more students comes more dietary restrictions and requests.
To make sure all of our students are accommodated, VNN's Allison Fedorchuk checked in with Kara Miller, Belmont's dietitian.
Hi, I'm Allison Fedorchuk, here outside the Harrington Place Dining Hall, where students come to socialize, do homework, and most importantly, eat. Even students with dietary restrictions can enjoy the CAF's options, including those available upon request. To learn more about these options, I talked with campus dietitian Kara Miller.
I know many of our students have food restrictions, but maybe not anaphylactic, life-threatening food allergies. So let's talk about some of those options. We do have options if you just kind of mix and match throughout the dining hall. Of course, you know that we have the salad bar, and the reason we set it up the way we do is to have all the vegetables first and all the allergens or common intolerances towards the end. For those of you who are dairy-free, we do have vegan cheeses and vegan proteins, not only at the deli station, but also the nutritional yeast over at the cold bar at the vegetarian station. All of our smoothies in the morning are made without milk. And keep in mind that, again, behind the entree line, we have almond milk upon request. We keep it behind there for our allergy students, but we realize a lot of people have preferences or they're trying to avoid milk or soy. We also have black bean burgers. They do contain wheat, but they're a great vegetarian option. Again, just have to ask upon request. I realize that some of the Simply To Go items are not always allergen friendly, but that is another reason why we offer the to-go boxes at the cash registers. And don't forget, we do have gluten-free waffles all day as well, so those are over by the coffee too. If you have additional questions or I didn't talk about your specific situation, please reach out. I've got my email address. Again, I'm happy to set up an individual appointment with you or talk through this further. I think there are often available options. We just need to talk about your specific situation. So I hope this gives you some insight into our dining hall options for students with food restrictions, and I hope you have a wonderful day enjoying our mix and match options.
For VNN, I'm Allison Fedorchak. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Allison. Be sure to get out to the CAF to enjoy all of the available options.
In other news this semester, it's no surprise that Belmont's making some additions to campus.
VNN's Kaylee Doherty brings us a preview of the new buildings.
I don't know about you, but it seems Belmont is always building. Campus construction is currently underway for the opening of the Jack C. Massey Center, Caldwell Avenue Residence Halls, the Thomas F. Riss School of Medicine, and an extension to the Thrill-Kill parking garage. I spent my morning speaking with students, staff, and construction workers about the new facilities. So are you looking forward to seeing the new buildings come on campus?
I am. It's really exciting to see all the construction going on, seeing all the process and how things are going up just all over campus, whether it's over by Tall Hall area with the new dorm that's going up or in this main common lawn area where the new Massey Center is going to be built. It's really exciting.
Then we have lots of new buildings that are on campus, that are under construction. Do you have one you're most looking forward to seeing?
I'm really excited for the new dorm that's coming. I think it'll really be great for the Belmont community. And the new 3D building, I guess it'll be pretty interesting.
What I'm excited about is being part of the design of a building where it's for the students first. And we will have collaboration spaces that are dedicated to students, open environment, modular, glass walls, things where we think students would want to be, and hopefully not only just to hang out, but also to do things. We expect people from Nashville to want to come here, be part of our environment, and hopefully that means that this building can be a bridge for students, faculty, and then also the Nashville community.
Can you tell me a little bit about your job here on campus?
We're in interior concepts and designs, and we do all the metal studs and drywall in the building.
When will Caldwell Hall be finished?
But it'll be ready for this August for student move-in. So I think students move in a little bit before that, but it will be ready for this upcoming semester.
And then we've seen and heard a lot of drilling and blastings throughout campus. Has this affected your daily life at all, or how you get to and from class?
Honestly, I just laugh now just because I just think we're the only university that's used to explosions every 2 hours.
Do you think Belmont should be more selective in who we admit to campus, or should we just keep growing and expanding as a university?
I think we should keep growing and expanding. New faces, new genders, new race, and stuff like that.
I think it's great to grow, especially in terms of diversity and inclusion, but I also believe that Belmont has a very high standard of excellence in academics. So it's a very fine line to tread, but I think that if it's done the right way, it could be really great.
So looking forward in the next 10 years, how do you think Belmont will grow and expand?
Oh my gosh, how are they not growing and expanding? I think they're probably going to take over the whole city of Nashville if they could.
From admissions to residential living and even medicine, I'm sure the blueprints turned groundbreaking projects will spark many innovative and collaborative experiences for students. For VNN, I'm Kaylee Doherty.
Thanks, Kaylee. I'm looking forward to checking out the new buildings.
Speaking of additions, Belmont's Theater and Dance Department has put on its first student-led production in the new Fisher Center for Performing Arts.
VNN's Alin Miller has the story.
I'm Alin Miller, here outside the Fisher Center for Performing Arts, where Belmont's Theater and Dance Departments, Peter and the Starcatcher, debuted in early February. The play was the first student-led production to run in the new theater. The production is a Broadway-ran origin story to the childhood classic Peter Pan, and includes a witty script that brings a children's tale of pirates and pixie dust to life on a grown-up-sized stage. This rendition of Peter and the Starcatcher was directed by Sean Knight, with set and lighting design by Paul Guttrell, both of Belmont's theater faculty. Knight gave us the inside preview of the work it took to put this show together on the university's biggest stage.
So I've had to really work to figure out how to take this small story theater piece and put it onto a large scale, a giant 3-story pirate ship and a full stage jungle island. So that's been a bit of a challenge, but how to keep that vision of the story itself as a small piece, but expand it to a large stage has been a challenge, but it's been very fun to work on that.
Be sure to stay up to date on the Theater and Dance Department's future shows. For VNN, I'm Alin Miller.
Thanks, Alin. I can't wait to check out the next production.
As we all know, COVID-19 has affected many things on campus, including the beloved Gallery of Iconic Guitars.
VNN's Jenna Roberts brings us the updates for the long-awaited reopening with Molly Randolph.
I'm Jenna Roberts here in the Lila D. Bunch Library, where an exciting hands-on gallery will open soon for students to enjoy. The Gallery of Iconic Guitars. The gig aims to inspire students with its generous collection of stringed instruments donated by Stephen Kernshaw. To get a better understanding of what this new addition brings to Belmont, here's Collections Manager Molly Randolph.
The Gallery of Iconic Guitars is kind of an amazing space where people can come and experience the evolution of American music from the 19th century up through almost the present day. We have 100 guitars, banjos, mandolins, stringed instruments on display. They kind of walk you through the major innovations that have happened as the 20th century mostly progressed. And it's a place to really come and be amazed, to kind of explore and to kind of see how music has changed instruments and vice versa. The gallery is really the life work of Stephen Kernshaw. He collected instruments his entire life and gave them all to Belmont when he died in 2015. And the gallery itself opened up in 2017. Stephen Kernshaw was a very good friend of George Gruen, who owns Gruen's Guitars in Nashville. He's a very well-connected person in the Nashville music scene. And Gruen really encouraged Shaw to donate the collection to Belmont University. Belmont, of course, is a very big Music City school. And I think Gruen and Shaw both felt that this collection would really kind of help inspire the next generation of musicians. So we have a lot of important pieces in the gallery. The crown jewels in the very center hold our 6 most valuable and kind of impactful pieces. We also have several pieces that were crafted and signed by Lloyd Lohr, who worked for Gibson Manufacturing Company and signed all of his pieces. And he was a really important innovator in stringed instruments in the early 1920s. And this is a place for students to come to learn firsthand from these amazing instruments, and hopefully to take that inspiration back to their classes and their work beyond Belmont. It's really fun to be able to walk in and to see a really famous guitar, or to come over and pick up one of the instruments on the floor behind me and just play. We've got an amp, we have acoustics. It's just a really positive experience. So right now we're working towards opening really soon, probably in the next month or 2. You should be able to expect to come into the library, walk into the gig, and be able to visit us and learn. And we really hope to see students very soon.
For VNN, I'm Jenna Roberts. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Jenna. I'm glad students can soon interact with the iconic guitars in the gallery while staying safe.
Speaking of staying safe, VNN's Connor Dariani worked with Belmont's campus security and resident life to investigate the reoccurring vehicle break-ins.
Each year, Belmont students report break-ins and thefts of their vehicles, often because of simple factors such as forgetting to lock their car doors. I worked with campus security and representatives from Res Life to investigate just how many students might be at risk of potential break-ins.
So today we came into the TK garage and we started on floor 1 and we checked all the vehicles, about 100 of them, and we wanted to see how many vehicle doors were unlocked. We also wanted to see how many people left valuables out in the open to where you could see them, and also like if any keys or anything like that were left in the vehicles. So today we checked 100 vehicles. Only 5 of them, I say only, but 5 of them were found unlocked. 2 of them had valuables in them that were visible. One had 2 tennis rackets, which we consider valuables. The other one was a train vehicle that had a bunch of like work equipment in it, and we did get in contact with the construction worker to get somebody over to secure that vehicle.
I think it's very important for students to realize and have an awareness of just the security issues that we may have. So we live in a city, no city is 100% safe, so understanding that they need to lock their doors, they need to keep their valuables actually inside their rooms. I wouldn't keep valuables in the car, and just really gain an awareness that people aren't always going to do the best of things.
Protect yourself by always locking your car door and never leaving valuables or your car keys in your vehicle. Stay safe out there, Bruins. For VNN, I'm Connor Dariani.
Thank you for watching the Spring 2022 midterm edition of VNN.
To conclude the broadcast, we leave you with an office concert featuring Belmont's very own Summer Joy Roberts.
We look forward to seeing you again at the end of the semester, and as always, stay up to date with all the news on BelmontVision.com.
Hi, I'm Summer Joy, and this is my band. Chris Windshield Wiper, Matt Rocks Your World, Not Juju McKay, and Isaac Mauled in the Woods by a Bear. This is a Belmont Vision office concert, and this is my original Summer Joy. Baby blue-eyed boy, you give meaning to my name, Summer Joy. You see right through my display, that's for sure. Don't you ever go away. Don't you ever go away. Don't you ever go away.